Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Here's Erin. Say hi.
I say hi. Hey.
So today I'm going to be talking about my birth story, but for Audrey, not him. Even though he's sitting here with me right now and Adam is judging me with his eyes behind the camera. Yeah, so I'm gonna just kind of go through my experience with her being my second pregnancy and second time in labor and delivery, and going through all of that during a pandemic and all that great stuff. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, no, that's yucky.
It was snuggy. Snuggy nose.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so Adam took Aaron for now because he kept on messing around, and he's silly. He loves being in front of the camera, and we try to let him kind of do whatever. Anyways, so we're just gonna talk about my labor and delivery experience this year, 2020. And I'm going to be comparing certain things back to when I was first pregnant with our son in 2018 and now, and how different the experience was in a basically whole. Like, it was just totally different, and obviously each pregnancy is different, each labor and delivery is different. It was just so crazy to see the difference between the two, like for real. So I went in at 6 in the morning. And I also do have that, the birth vlog, I believe. Yeah, the birth vlog, I talk about it a little bit, and you'll see that I show up to the hospital and all that, 6 in the morning, all that great stuff. But yeah, so I was brought in as soon as we went to the hospital, walked in. I was brought into the back to one of the rooms, checked in, IV, Pitocin, all of that. And once I was in the bed with everything done already, monitors hooked up, IVs, all that great stuff, then they brought Adam back, which back in 2018, totally different. Adam was able to come in with me to do everything, and we had family there with us as well. So that was totally different this time around than last time. So last time I had a bunch of people, this time I was completely alone, which was so weird. And it was just weird. It was really weird. But yeah, so once everything was hooked up and done and I was in bed, they brought Adam back in. We had to make sure to keep our masks on whenever doctors, nurses, or anyone came in, and then we can have it off in the room. After that, the Pitocin started to kick in extremely fast this time. When I went in, I was at, I believe, 4 centimeters. I can't even remember. I was at 4 centimeters. And then, and this was at 6 in the morning, and I had her at 2 in the afternoon. So yeah, so I was already at 4 centimeters. So the Pitocin was working very well. And it was doing its thing, like, for sure. So yeah, after that, around 12 o'clock, I requested the epidural. I was so uncomfortable and in a lot of discomfort and a lot of pain, and I was just ready for the epidural. And so they came in and they put in the epidural, and it was extremely painful this time around. When I got the epidural with Aaron, I just felt the little bee sting that you feel on your back, and I didn't feel anything after that. This time I felt the bee sting, and I felt her just, whatever it is, that, like, that needle thing that they put in your back and everything, I felt all of it. Made me super nauseous and just like, ugh, already being so uncomfortable and in pain, to then also have your back feel the way my back was feeling. It was just horrible. So this time around, horrible. Last time, didn't feel anything. After that, they let the epidural kick in. and the doctor came in and broke my water, and this was at 12. So he broke my water, and at that point I was at around, I believe it was like 6 centimeters or 7 centimeters, something like that. So we did all of that. It took a while for the epidural to actually kick in, because I could still feel contractions and all that. So a lot longer than the first time around. And then after that, it was basically just a waiting game. So this was at 12. And then it was around almost 2 when my nurse, one of the best nurses ever, she was my ultimate favorite nurse. She literally was amazing. Her name was Janet. Such an amazing nurse, and honestly, like, basically every single nurse I had there was amazing, completely amazing, so supportive, just so thoughtful and sweet and genuine towards us. And it was a very nice experience. The first time around, it wasn't bad at all. We had and yeah, with Erin the first time around, we had an amazing nurse as well. Her name is Sabrina. I am friends with her on Facebook. Turns out that she is married to one of our longtime family friends, so we didn't even know that. She's also from Rhode Island, where we're from. Well, me and my family. So definitely great experience with both. Nurses are amazing and work so hard, and just great experience with both. But anyway, so around almost 2, I don't even know what exactly it was. I think they were just checking me to see had I progressed or not. And so my nurse had checked me, and I was at a 9.5. So she was like, oh, okay, all right, well, we're close, we're at a 9.5. She's like, let's see if maybe you given just a small push will dilate you to the full 10. As soon as I pushed, I dilated to the 10, and she could basically feel Audrey's head. So then she stopped me. She called the nurse. They started setting everything up in the room, and just getting ready to basically have me push her out. So we did some practice pushes, right, with just the nurse at first, Adam?
Yeah.
How many would you say? I don't even remember.
2 or 3.
Okay, so we did like 2 or 3 pushes. Once she called the doctor and everything, and was like, hey, she's getting ready to push. So we did those pushes, and she had me stop completely and was like, okay, well, we're gonna have to wait for the doctor because she is right there. You're ready to go. So this was at 2. By the time everything happened and the practice pushes and everything, it was 2. So they were like, okay, well, let's do this. So there was more nurses who came in. They set everything up. They took the little half of the bed off that they take off, pushed me down, put my legs up, and then the doctor walked in, put everything on, and I started pushing. Also, I did request a mirror, so I was able to see basically everything as well. I didn't get that with Erin, and I really wanted that, but they didn't offer it, and I don't know if they offered it at the hospital or not. I'm not sure, but they didn't offer it to me, so I didn't get to see that. So being able to see that this time around was an amazing experience, because I could tell when I was actually pushing, when I needed to try a little better, and also I could see her head. So that was a lot of fun to be able to experience that. So the doctor walks in, and we are all set up, and just I can't believe it. my epidural starts to wear off completely. And you know, if any of you have had any babies and you had gotten epidural, you know that they give you a little clicker thing that you can kind of control somewhat, and it'll send off a little bit of epidural and some of the numbing to help. Did not work at all. So my whole entire left side, like if you can just imagine just the exact middle to the left, I could feel everything. So that was also different because with Aaron, I couldn't feel anything at all. And yeah, no, I wasn't willing to stay in that pain for however long it was going to take with the epidural wearing off. So I felt basically everything on one side of my body. And I was told that I pushed for 7 minutes and I got her out. And I do remember seeing her just kind of like slide out really fast, because there was one push where the doctor was just like, okay, if you push, you should be able to push her out in just this one last push. So I pushed her out and she just came out after 7 minutes of pushing. So the total labor to delivery was 2 hours, laboring from 12 to 2, and pushing was only 7 minutes from when I started to when she actually was born. And it was just an amazing experience, and I was so happy to get it over with, because again, feeling all of that was no joke. Big kudos to you mamas who do it all natural, because oh my God, that's extremely intense. Not that you were any less if you do epidural, C-section, or anything, not at all. I'm just saying, holy crap. No epidural, natural. Oh my God, oh God, too much. But yeah, no, it was definitely an amazing experience, a totally different experience. And also, again, it was just me and Adam with, you know, our doctor and the nurses there in the room, when last time it was my mom, my mother-in-law, and my brother. My brother got trapped in there, poor guy. All in the room, and of course Adam. So this time, for it just to be the two of us was very odd, and it was okay. It was fine. It's not a big deal. It was just so weird to not have family, and it was weird to have your baby and not have friends or family come visit and hang out and just kind of spend time with you after that. So that was strange too, because it was just the two of us. And also with obviously the pandemic and with the virus and everything, they do try to actually limit your stay at the hospital. So we were actually released the next day around, I'm going to say 5. So they basically wanted her in the hospital for 24 hours. And as long as all her tests cleared and she was good and I was good and all that, they released us, and we were. And also the recovery time for both Aaron and I, and for Audrey and I, totally different experiences. With Aaron, we both spiked fevers, so we had to stay in the hospital a lot longer and get fluids and IV and everything, and we stayed there for about 6 days. And with Audrey, it was literally the next day, come home. I did lose a little more blood than they were comfortable with after delivering her, and so they were a little worried about that. So that was a big determination if we were going to be able to leave the next day or not. But luckily, by the next day, the bleeding had, you know, stopped and gone to like a more normal type, and everything was like kind of going the way it should have. So we were able to go home earlier, so that was also very different. It was so weird to go home the next day, but again, with my epidural wearing off so fast and with the virus and everything, we were able to go home the next day, which was so nice too, because being in the hospital is so boring, and it's just like, oh, it's just, and it's not comfortable. You're not home. So that definitely was so nice to be able to come home and kind of start our new lives together. But yeah, that is basically it. Nothing crazy. Again, it was so short, it was so fast, it was so just, everything just happened so fast. It was a whirlwind of everything that happened. So it was fast, it was good. And I'm just thankful that she is here and she's healthy and we're all together, we're home, we're learning, and we are just kind of taking it day by day. And by the time you guys watch this, she will be almost 3 weeks old. So still very early. But yeah, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time in a new video. Bye, guys.
Midwife.